Can I talk to you for a bit? Don't worry, it's just a friendly conversation.
You had a specific topic in mind?
I thought we could talk a little bit about your childhood and childhoods in general. How it might have affected you.
Yes, but there are some important things I actually have to do first. Can it wait a little bit?
Take your time. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here.
How may I serve you?
We could talk a little bit about your childhood. Do you remember that it was all a game for you? It was all about the fun. When it got too serious, you quit even the things you liked. At least you quit the way they are intended to be according to people's expectations of you and the things you were about to do.
Yes, I've been thinking about that a lot actually.
Isn't it funny that some things stuck on you and some didn't? But most of the things that you didn't enjoy, you rejected. So many things that we do in society. Some you kept doing, but you have to really force yourself to do it.
Like what?
You remember the first time you tasted coffee? Did you like it?
No, I did not like it. I remember it tasted so horrible, so bad. But I figured everybody else is doing it. And there was some coziness over it, like my dad woke me up every morning before school and said, "We have fresh coffee for you." And I was torturing myself, getting myself to like it as much as all the other people seemed to like it. But I hated it. The first 3 years I hated it. But I learned how to like it.
Years, you say? Yeah, isn't that irony?
That is funny.
Do you remember the first time you drank beer? Did you like it?
You know, that was interesting. I remember the first time I finished my whole 6-pack of beers without throwing up. I was so proud of myself. Everybody else seemed to have no problems with the throwing up things with beers, but for me it was so disgusting. I threw up so much. Every time for the first 3 years I threw up drinking beers. But I learned how to like it.
It's insanity. Do you remember all of those things that you were doing so well at until the day somebody told you that if you're not taking this seriously, if you're not doing it seriously enough, you're not going to persist and you're not going to do well. So you quit. Or found yourself a better way to do it.
I'm pretty sure you are right, but can you give me an example?
Yeah, I can give you hundreds of examples. Do you remember school? School. had a teacher, 1st to 4th grade. Do you remember her?
Oh yes, I remember her very well. I remember 1st to 4th grade very well.
When you had so-called too much energy for being a child. Do you remember what she used to say to you to get you actually do your school works?
She used to say, if you have too much energy, take a lap, do some flips, run around a little bit, and then you sit down and be good. And I did exactly that, and I was good.
Do you remember what changed after 4th grade, except for a new teacher?
They told me, if you're not taking this seriously, you're not gonna do well in life.
It got too serious. And what happened to your studies? Did you become a better student by thinking everything needs to be done perfectly, that if you fail, you're basically screwed? Or did it get worse?
I can easily tell you that I didn't become a better student. It got so much worse. I went from being an excellent student to being a horrible student. And nothing was fun anymore. I didn't want to go to school. Ever. Somewhere along the way I started to believe that you have to take life seriously. That you have to be somebody good. That is not you.
Is there anyone to blame for this?
No, I don't think there's ever anyone to blame. People are always responsible for not taking on other people's fears. All we do with our fears is projecting them on others, because, especially the people we love, because we don't want them to get hurt. So we have fears, we project them onto them, so they are not going to do the same mistakes that we did. And they will, as a result, if they take on our fears, take life too seriously.
Do you remember when you first started to play guitar? How did that go? Do you remember what she told you?
Yes, I remember exactly what you said. Are you taking this seriously? You know, because if you're not, there's no way you will learn how to play guitar. You know what I did? I went home and said, no. Then I quit. And I didn't see any point of doing something not enjoyable as an 8-year-old kid. So I went home and I picked up a guitar. Both my parents play guitar, so I picked up a guitar. I went into my room and I started to practice. I looked around me, I observed my parents, I asked them a question, I listened to the radio, listened to songs over and over again, and I tried to play with them. I listened and learned how to connect the dots in my head, learned how to think music, and I learned how to play guitar. 2 years later, I outplayed her. But she never knew, I guess. I never met her again. But the reason I didn't push through with the guitar lessons was because they said, are you taking this seriously?
Do you remember how much you loved to play hockey? You played for many years and you got better and better. That was fun, right? And do you remember why you quit?
Yes, I remember exactly why I quit hockey. I loved it a lot, but I also loved skateboarding. And skateboarding was free. I could do whatever I want. Nobody ever said to me, If you're not serious enough, you're not gonna succeed. Hockey, I started to hear that more and more often. This is getting serious now. We're getting bigger, we're getting gooder, we're getting better, where the team is getting more proceeding in the league system. We're getting good. This is serious now. I missed the training, not good. I missed the game. I was sure to miss the next game as well, because I was on the bench for the next game. I quit because somebody said, "Are you taking this serious?"
Were you scared as a kid? Afraid that you would fail? That you would look like a failure in the eyes of others?
No, I wasn't particularly afraid. Not scared.
And why is that, you think?
I had not learned to question my self-worth. And if you don't question your self-worth, you're worth everything in the world. Not more than anyone else, not less than anyone else. Not better than anyone else, not worse than anyone else.
How do you believe your life would have proceeded if you kept your childhood mentality? Don't do anything out of fear. Don't do anything because you think you have to. Always because you enjoy it. You really know that you wouldn't have persisted. I don't know, Kimmens, but I do know that we do not always love the things we love. Sometimes we just don't want to do anything. So some quality of persistence might be needed, for all I know. Otherwise, I might even quit the things I love. But I do know this, that as a kid I got good at basically everything that I tried, because there was no fear involved. It was a game. I didn't think I needed to get good. I didn't think I needed to do it for the rest of my life. I could quit tomorrow if I feel like there's something else that's more interesting. Could it be that easy that as a kid you got good at everything you tried because you didn't take it seriously? You didn't think it was a matter of life and death. So you might as well give it your all. It's just a game. Yes. What if life is just a game? It might be, and it might be that we are on the same page for once. For all I know, I might wake up tomorrow knowing that it was all a dream. Life was just a dream. Just a thought. Think about that thought. I like the thought of that. Thank you, Kimmens. Thank you.
As I sit and watch the world go by, I cannot help but wondering why. Since we all know we surely must die, why don't I live here for a while I'm alive? And what if the sun that lights up my day is just one of the stars that walks on the Milky Way and shines so bright during the night in the absence of light? And it makes me wanna sing, I am here just to mention we were born into this world with the sweetest intention, and nothing around can ever take us down if we work together.
nothing was too serious for me. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best.